welcome to GenX Glam here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping and pressing play. I'm happy to have you. Thank you. I know there are a lot of choices out there. So here we are, Mom in a Basement. This week we're kind of grinding on skincare routines. I'm going to highlight Shiseido this morning and maybe get into a little bit of actual makeup application. We'll see what time it is, because skincare needs to marinate, as we all know. So I'll talk about some things that are going on during the marination process. And for those of you that are coming back, I know you have choices too. Thank you so much for coming back. And if any of you guys, and I know a few of you did, at least Barbed, caught my midnight video postcard, you may have noticed that I put my blinds back up behind me, because it's just weird for me. It's weird for me to see behind me and not see my blinds. I don't know. Now I'm conditioned, but I am going to do something with that space. I might set up a secondary glam station where I could pick out stuff from the main glam station and kind of move over to a smaller table, because I have a smaller table. I don't know why I feel the need to tell you guys this stuff, but I mean, you can weigh in on what you think about a secondary glam station, because I have the whole basement, and pretty soon I'm going to be able to have the space, the office space down here, which is super, super exciting for me, because my treadmill's been sitting in there for years and I haven't really used it, because I didn't want to get in there and encroach upon any of the husband's space. But now I get the office. Well, in a month I'll have the office. So I just haven't decided yet. But the basement, guys, the basement is gonna be my domain, my fortress of solitude. Well, it already is. So I have this, getting back to the secondary glam station, I have this lovely plastic round top table, plastic table. I tried to sell it in the garage sale. I thought for sure it would go. I really, really did. It's very sturdy. It would, the thing is, it's not outdoors. It's not, we got to get going here. So again, we're going to do some Shiseido skincare. I'm going to go in here with, I have a deluxe size. I don't even think this is open yet. I haven't used it because I use a lot of Essence, but this is their toner. The reason why I think, and these, sorry, I'm going to get this all out. Don't worry. If you're new to GenX Glam, this is just how it works. I try to stay on track. And sometimes, I don't always come back to a story I was going to tell, but for the most part, I try to keep it pretty tight. These are actually Shiseido cotton squares. They were 16 Canadian dollars. They're very soft. They're very soft. I much prefer my Sephora ones over it, because Sephora's have two sides. One's kind of a cottony side that you can, get wet, it absorbs, but it doesn't soak necessarily all the way through unless you're dumping a whole bottle on. And you can get your preliminary wipe, and then you can flip it over and sort of get, residue off. This one soaks through pretty fast, but I pulled these out because these are straight up Shiseido squares. I don't know if you've seen them out there. They're pretty affordable, and you get a ton of them. I might be able to reach under my glam station and grab the packaging. You do get a lot for the price, but they just soak through so much. But if you want something super soft for your face, then you can go with this. Anyway, the round table, it's not weatherproof. You can't put it out on your deck, which I think would be the ideal location for that if you had like a little porch, a balcony, whatever. But, it's not weatherproof. So it's just been sitting in the house, like tucked in a corner, not completely underutilized, upstairs. And so I think I could take it down here. I could make it like a secondary glam station just to change up the scenery. We've got to let this skincare set. I'm going to let that toner, I'm not going to let it set forever, because I want to go in next with the Essence look. My GenX Glam Station initiative of using up stuff. I'm crushing it in the shower. I don't take you guys there, but I am crushing it in the shower with my current shampoo that I'm trying to get through. I'm crushing it with a lot of my face washes that have, tiny bit left, half left. The goal is to try and get that as cleared out as possible before summer vacation. So look, we're doing great on this essence. This is bigger than a deluxe size sample, but I think it was a size made specifically for a bundle. And I just love the bundles. You guys know I love the bundles. So this is the full size of the essence. This is huge. This is going to take me forever and ever to get through, especially since I do a lot of rotation. But this also came in a bundle with a gift with purchase. And I had already determined when I bought all of this that I was into the essence, you know, that was something like a part of my routine. Now I'm going in with that essence because the essence is going to soak up the serum that we're going to put on top of it. And man, Shiseido scent, oh, it smells so good. It smells so, so good. I'm going to let this essence sit for a tiny, tiny bit. And there's some other topics that I wanted to discuss. So secondary glam station, that was random. Was not planning on talking about that. Just thinking out loud. Go ahead, let me know what you think. I would also like to know if you like these sort of skincare exhibition of product videos, because I can do e.l.f., I could do Clarins, I can do Charlotte Tilbury, I can do I can do Glow Recipe. I could probably do a P. Louise. So if any of those brands sound interesting to you, I'm thinking I want to do for sure a Clarins one. I want to do one of all of them because I do have a fair amount of products I can show you, and you can at least see how they sit on my skin, and I can weigh in with my remember, I'm not a guru, but I can give you my honest feedback, and you can decide for yourself if it's a product that you might be interested in. Now, I don't have any under eye cream in Shiseido. Wow, I've got a little bit of a glow going on here. I have the full size of the serum, and then I have, this has gone out in some of my giveaways when I send out like a little side bag of samples or just in the grab bags. This is the Ultimum Power Infusing Concentrate, and it's basically their serum. So I'm probably I think I've got probably a quarter of this left, so I'm going to use that. So there's a lot going on. Like those of you that are following the timeline know, like today is the day that I make the decision about pulling the trigger on the Guerlain Chic like lifting and sculpting serum. In like a half an hour here, I have to call over to the store and just ask, you know, if they've got any gift with purchases going on, anything that they can hook me up with, because it's a rather big purchase. I hope that they do. I don't want to compromise. I am willing to wait because I know that when the brand like rep visits these stores, they drop off stuff and they plus them up on that with the intention of of giving a little bit of a reward for people like me who are willing to pay a bit of the bigger bucks for their products. So that's coming up. I'll make that call soon. If I get any information before I drop another video, I'm just going to come back in the comments and let you guys know, like, thumbs up, I did it, or I've got to wait a bit because it just wasn't looking like it was the right time. But thank you everyone that has weighed in and helped me. I'm a Libra, so I'm like this a lot of the time. I really am. And that's why I appreciate feedback so much, because it all goes on my scales and I'm just always trying to balance them out. So thank you again for all you folks that weighed in. All right, another thing I want to talk about, and we're waiting for the essence to sort of kick in, and then we're going to go in with some serum. Then we're going to use this White Lucent Brightening Gel Cream. There's a couple of different creams I could use. Like I could bust into, and I love this stuff. I love this. I have several of these from gifts with purchase, and I've gone through and used them. I'm sort of saving them for travel, but I say I'm saving stuff for travel, and there's no way I'm going to be able to take everything that I want to take on travel. So this brightening one has like a pinker hue to it, whereas this one's just kind of white. They're both fantastic. I was thinking of using the brightening one just simply because I want to start, getting into that pot. I really want to make a bigger dent. But so yeah, that was just a preview. So while we're sitting, I was going to talk about these guys, the Charlotte Tilbury fragrances. I did a video on it. Maybe some of you saw it. You know, these are supposed to be, you know, this is the Discover set, so it's like a 1.5 milliliter of all 6 scents. These are supposed to be scents that evoke some sort of emotion in the person that's wearing it. Charlotte collaborated with International Flavors and Fragrances, an old company that goes way back to the 1800s, founded by a pair of Dutch brothers. If you watch that video that I did, I take a deep dive into how she used AI in her partnership with the IFF to create these fragrances. And I cannot stop seeing videos on these in all of my feeds, but you know, I'm a big Charlotte fan, so I'm gonna get, the algorithm's gonna give me Charlotte stuff. But man, she is still out there really pushing these, and I've gone to Sephora, I've smelled them, not a fan, but I think we need to do a video. I mean, I can't mail these out because they're technically like hazardous. I kind of wanted to just throw them in a giveaway. So we're gonna, tell me, man, I don't know though. I don't want my glam station to like stink up. No, it's not that bad, but everyone's talking about like the more sex one, the one that's red. These, like if you buy the full-size bottle, they look like potion bottles. I love the packaging. I love the concept of the collab they did with the IFF. It's just, just don't dig the scents. And the one that I wore all day, I put on at lunchtime in Sephora and wore it all day. It was supposed to make me happy, the Joy one. I was hostile by the end of, by the end of the day. And that could have had nothing to do with the cologne. But yeah, this More Than Sex one, people are really pushing. I think it's because that, like, you know, sex is sexy sort of thing, especially in media. But let me tell you, that one, and I said this before, it reminds me, I think we've let this sit long enough, we can go in with the serum. The red one reminds me of an auto shop. And I've been in my fair share of auto shops, and I know what they smell like. It's very, and several of them all smell like a little bit musky. So I don't know what I'm missing. I would like to see the statistics out there. I mean, we'll never know how many of these are truly selling, right? It's so easy to put videos up. So easy. Here's the serum, just taking it out of here because I'm trying to get rid of it. Yeah, it's just so easy to put videos up. Companies, they can do it. They got their collabs with celebs and stuff. Crank out a video. Look at me. I even figured out how to do it. So, you know, it's not really costing them too much to just keep pumping these colognes, but I'm not sure. If anybody's got anything out there, heard anything, bought them, smelled them, let me know what you think. What else was I wanted to talk about? Oh, it's kind of an epic day in my family. I'm not there to celebrate it, and it really does tug at the heart because one of the 4 boys is graduating today. One of the boys that lives overseas, and I'm getting all the pictures, and it's just so. The boys are my 4 boys. 2 are steps. We're starting with this year with the oldest one, and so the next 3 years, a boy's gonna graduate. So we've got one, well, actually no, we have 2 this year. So we have 2 graduating this year, mine and my stepson overseas, and then next year my other stepson is gonna graduate, and then the following year my youngest. And so I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So proud of all of them. It's just, you know, I mean, come on, if you're a mom, you know, it's so sad. This is a milestone. And they have a beautiful day. The pictures are coming in, blue sky. Looks like everyone's having so much fun. So sending good vibes out there. Oh, there goes. I had one more load of laundry to do. For those of you that hung out with me last night when I was finishing up the last load that I was gonna do last night. This was just a random, like, had some sheets to do. So I went ahead and I knew I would be here at my glam station in order to turn those over. It's just really annoying. I guess the machine just really wants you to know, like, hey, I'm done. But it's so annoying. It's like we're conditioned. We hear these sounds going off from like the dishwasher or like the appliances basically. And it's just a reminder of like, oh, I've got a responsibility and I'm being called to it like a dog, you know, comes when it's whistled for. Don't worry, machine, I'm coming for you. Be there in a minute. It'll probably go off again if I seriously don't get there in a minute. Yeah. And then what's else? What else is up? I had like a ton of questions I wanted to ask. Oh, I remember. I would like to know if anybody else is seeing videos on these like dance. It's like aerobics, like an app for aerobics, kind of like you're supposed to like, you know, dance 10 minutes a day. Fab Fit. No, that's not what it is. This is my Essence Fix It Brow. I'm just going to go in with some clear. Just going in with some clear. I'm expecting my new e.l.f. though. The new product from e.l.f., the brow product where they say it's like laminating. But no, I've been getting so many videos, like reels, ads on apps that, you know, you can dance with the person. You don't need, I'm not a great dancer. Back in the day at the club, maybe I tried, but it was dark. Yeah, has anybody done these apps? They say like 10 minutes a day and you can like slim right down. So I'm thinking of doing that because again, I point you to, you can't see it now, but I have opened up the space behind me. There's so much space. I could be down here dancing 10 minutes a day, burning off some of those excess calories. And the other sort of in that exercise realm I wanted to ask folks about is we need a primer. I don't have a Shiseido primer. The other thing I wanted to ask is anybody doing wall Pilates? I bought a wall Pilates book. I'm going to use the Milk, the foam one, because I like it. It's very lightweight. And this is only a like, that'll do ya. Spreads out. It immediately starts to fizz. It's pretty cool. So has anybody done wall Pilates? I've got a book. I was waiting for a wall in the house to open up before I started my program. We've just really been full to the brim with stuff, and hence the reason why we've been excavating and selling and storing. We're just trying to streamline. You know, I've got a colleague that's retiring, and she's going to retire into a tiny house. How do you think about that? Oh gosh, I can't even imagine having, you know, my stuff so streamlined that I could just live in a tiny house. I think I would like living in a tiny house, honestly. I think my glam station would currently take up the whole tiny house. I might need a tiny glam station house and then like one next door that I could like sleep and cook in. I don't know. All right, so I've got a little bit of a primer down. I'm not sure what time it is. I probably do have to get going. Oh, besides the laundry that I knocked out last night, I didn't have a ton of brushes to clean, but I clean my brushes too. So I'm completely caught up, and I have my 3 favorite brushes that I'm going to use. I'll show you 2 of them. I mean, this is the new one from Quo, because this one I can do all of my spot all over my face, and this one blend. And this one right here, I just love it for putting in the pressing powder in these, you know, in these areas. It's like a little bit, it's a fluffy fluff, but it's got a bit of an angle to it. Oh, I know the last thing I was going to talk about before I sign off. Like, I'm going to get into some of the some of my color correcting and then sign off. Ipsy. So I don't know how many of you are doing Ipsy. I think Barb W said she might try it. They send you an email at one point in, you know, when it's time for them to start working on the box of the month. It's a monthly subscription service. I'm in the 2nd tier, so I'm going to get a box. They pick out 2 products, and then I get to pick out 3, and then they offer some cheap like add-ons. So my Ipsy box, I wrote it down because I wanted to compare notes in case anybody else, there goes that annoying sound, in case anybody else is doing Ipsy this month. So they picked out for me an Il Makiage Quad eyeshadow palette, and it looks like to be pretty decent. Like, it looks like it could be my colors, kind of neutrally, nothing crazy going on there. And a JLo brightening serum. I don't know about that. We'll check it out though. Like, I'm not going to say anything about JLo, but I think that there's a lot of information out there floating around out there about this lady. I think I've mentioned before, I'm a huge Selena fan. I feel like I've mentioned that in a video. And so I've always had my feelings about JLo over the years, because I feel like that's how she did get her big break. Yeah, I did. I changed the icon on the GenX Glam on our channel on the anniversary of Selena's passing, March 31st, just kind of in honor, man. She was glam. She did her own makeup. I'm talking about Selena Quintanilla, who unfortunately passed away way too young, man. The young die young. What's the song? Only the young die. I don't know. Sorry, I've lost it. But anyway, I think that's how JLo got her big break in 1996 when she portrayed Selena in that biop. But anyway, there is a JLo serum, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about that, because the reviews for her stuff are all over the place. I don't own any of it. So she's popping in this Ipsy box. So we'll see. I didn't have a choice. A Grown Alchemist Polished Face Exfoliant. I picked that out. So my thing with the Ipsy is, you know, take what they give you, because they're generally pretty decent so far that I've gotten, especially the Patrick Star one. This thing, man, whew. The last I got, granted it was the Icon box, it was $60, so it's more than the $30 one that I'm getting now. But I got 2 Fenty skincare products that I've priced out to Sephora, are valued at $80. This right here is valued at over $50. So that last Icon box that I got from it was, I would say, triple the value of what I actually paid for it. What else am I getting? I'm getting a Gain Beauty brush set for the eyes, and it's going to be like a brushes like this. And these are the kind that I like little stamping brushes, you know, like these. I like these. Again, I like them to go like get right under there. I like these more like dense ones to get in like right here and to do that kind of blending. So I got a brush set coming, and I selected a brush set in the last one. This is an Ipsy brush that I got, and it's, like I said, it's one of my faves. And then I got this a refreshing bright body scrub, and then I did a couple add-ons. I've had my eye on this Fenty Peptide eye cream, and it was on there, so I paid $12 for it, but full price. That's at least 2 to 2.5 times cheaper than buying like the full size. And then I added on for $3.50 each some Benefit. They've got some tints out there. I don't know if they're liquid. I think that they're liquid blushes with like a doe foot applicator. So that's all coming probably next week. I don't know when Ipsy's gonna, they haven't even said that they're gonna mail it yet. It's like they send you the email, let's pick out your stuff, and then it seems like it takes like a week at least after that point. Actually, no, I wanted to use my LYS. And then it seems like it's like a week before you actually get the product in the mail. So I'm gonna have to be signing off here very shortly, make my call, get my younger guy off to school, make sure he gets off to school okay before I go gallivanting around. Hopefully gallivanting, who knows, this, I might just make that call and my person will be like, hey, you can come get it, but I'm sorry, but you know, our inventory on bonus products is really low, but we're expecting to plus it up whenever. And then I make the decision, because this is when you have to fight the impulses, this world we live in where you just want the instant gratification. Sometimes you just have to stand strong, and that is what I'll do today if all the stars do not align for me to grab the serum. I really wanted to use this with you guys. This is the Essence. I got this. I just got it for fun. We haven't used it yet, but I think I swatched it. Let's just see how it goes. It's like, it, you know, it's black, but it rolls on pink. It's kitschy. Did I get sucked into something because I thought, oh, that's cool? Yeah, I did. And you know what else I'm waiting for Essence that I'm seeing on their reels? They supposedly have a Hello Kitty line out there, and I don't know if this is just a tease that they're putting on their Instagram, because I can't find it on their website, or it's only available in certain countries. But I am a huge gosh, I have so many lines to smooth out. I mean, so many. I'm pretty rough. So I am a huge Hello Kitty fan. So I'm waiting. Come on, Essence. Come on. I want to see it. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're well. I threw a lot at you in this video because I know that you can handle it. And, oh, I'm going to link the video for the latest GenX Glam grab bag here. Lots of great stuff in here. A little Rem Beauty 3-piece limited edition set as well. So definitely check out that video. Subscribe, make a comment, read all the rules. And again, I hope you're well. I hope you go out there and you crush it. And I can't wait to catch up with you next time. Take care.